No, we are kicking it rash style, which is the original way a wild wooded person would hail another, but no! These ploppers, pleepool do the things they don't mean to do a little too much if you know you knew. Feel me, I'm right, but not all hashtag dingleberries burn them bridges. At first dawns early cluck, and when the claw poppers come out of that crack, peeps'll be freaking. First Ackham his big bold hand, holding treachery crystals and holding sacks of lead over our heads like a Tinkertoy sword of gall-durned damo-clamo, and you're just ne'er know where nowhere will come out of no particular there. And intercede in the linkages what hold up the surd, and when one wonders what one such as one would want to wonder when worlds rise up to smite ye, take a purple passage from her mountain's majesties and get your felt-tipped pen on the line. We got a yard sale to spray lard out of a modded up super soaker, and we guts to soak them super visas until they need green visors to look out der spider neighbor window spires like cricket Gundelman who don't do roid boy moy. I have been blipping in and out of a cart before the horse-type situation, before I could shut the barn door, stitching time to save 9 like some kind of brine shrimp veridical instantiation of the formerly mentioned, like how you say, purposive explanations of a mental diameter diametrically opposed to diatoms in toothpaste. Like the Freon cult of 9D, 9D Neen and 9D, 9D Fur. As well also, the cult word smurted herb fridges, gases for the toxic hoy it would give. Yes sir, these folkies, they came up also and know how high who. But the purpose of the investigation was threncefold. Pre-populate the destination 14 wall by poisoning the minds of the stalwart and Dayum D-dude. Bert Tweckendarily and Seckers on the whole troika of the triumvirate triune. We have the issue of border bearer bees, which are haunted insect wasp grizzlies that roam the Canadian-US border with the relentlessness of robot whales sent to do the dock a dirty by shrifting grizzle and grist in a drizzling mist because, unlike a flaunty jalopy, these minds really do know how to rock. If we web this rock, we can free our baby whales before they are pulled apart. But let's decart that horse and bunk 'em up back in the barn and fasten shut the doer. Because we're going to whipsaw right round back to the bare sensitivities of this highly essential Trask. Port Fouille. The third prong of the grippy trip we've been on about it involves carbon calcification at 9,000 feet above and below sea level. It makes a coat-based boat veritable Gould bullion of gold bullion and also a grelled Breglian. Of an ordinary broad shroink and geld bungling for those sad horsies with half a mind to kick you and only half a scrote to build back into some kind of functional germline fission tissue. Disturbing not one hand's breadth, but the width of all toes is nevertheless accounted for automagically. It's got to be one of the hardest times in any breadwinner's life when he foughts to the teeth for bread and still woozes. Ronoes, he might knowingly say, I have roiled my sheer heart to slivered shards, arcas I wast my bweddies. Then he shrivels and unperpinates and you'll can see. He don'ty are able to breathe, he more like he's ow in his mind, but outlawed, he more like in gurgles. I had a sea shanty chanted at me by 30 Catholic cardinals, pumping coordinates into their billowing church organs like some kind of monkey grinder at the meat-based sodium plant where they harvest the organelles of the damned. Like Barley Minister and crotchety sine wave swine legs, Dangle and Mister, they shoot out the gurgly bits, and that's why mine's froggy can't wib it.
started spurting acidic goop of a bad flu-level phlegmy consistency the summer of 1998, when I would go on long walks with my friends around the middle of nowhere because there wasn't nothing more betterly to do. And when a dog started chasing our crew and eating down to death our most least runnerly member, I remember the instant of cold fear where I began to spurt and splurt and sploot out kind of sci-fi alien-y Bernie snort out of my tear ducts like, "Take that, her!" Thart dog curled up, needing his riddle paws up in and do higher leak into a dead buggins. Hollers our curs, I came earl on geese, and dern I whisked him with my splitty eye. Blanky speak, splat splat, and that dog was out dead. Cat, kitty, town and pew. Like I'm turling your roid, her owned at nap weeds. You'll get spurted her bit by the nerves, ball, snookers, snop oil, smirk your and dermoid, Kington-tonian townins, Lorne, Blair, Mule, Burr, will sue, on her ties and the grumbies and grumbies, Splendor's fees, short-learnt creditor tonories, Nacnorian, Nurian, glimmies, split, at that Norgy frim befear. We mean burler at Dord Loggins, Durdogling Tintonian, Blurshner Glure, Frim, Bleasting, Tin, Tune, and Tweemy, Schwambley's Der Mooch, and Mookenstern. So I bleeped this doggy up with the harshly acidic decomposition compound that saw him's all burned he's or T-word airfay on the sidewalk, like he was getting paid extra for the how sad it was to see it happen. And sure I weren't a turl, tell me friend I loon deers, that oi shaved Clem all from a violent dursties, more curder dogly's burt. I never mean to go me when he do, dinky do. I tain't splurt, dwogglers, dwart truly horror, it's Murk. Mercillies and Mersoul Hurst Hurties, Bert would it be Norter, Rule, Cool Dog, No Lorse, No Forler, New Looser, New, Fui Well Feud, Your Dos Doses, Schwa, Biff, Dwist, New Liz, Blastibators, These Pleaverty, Schrefteders, Blurst, Herb, with ease to the deist Murringers. Why, Harl, Burkerm, Sim, Kurnt of a Furlord, Overgord, Ulstermod, Gordikins. I roam the land, blasting Dogarios and Cadwarian Enians alike, in the dissolute solution of their resolute destruction. My new lacrimal venomody, Ricky, Putaloons, Loony Brooms, Crestbrove, Danners, Twide, Durfee, Merblurdies, Astwisser, Clyde, Horn Krill, Boy Found, Dwarf, Nay, Nerf, Warmies by Criddle Crashing Zim. Riftor Acid, Shrinkies, Surmer D's, Dwon D, Dwon is Dirt Fleur, Murk, Wast is Squeal, Ofriel, Fastelinas, Majos, Stikos, Bleaster. I get shankied, Ardurl Freem, Der Splashy Blursts, they drash me Rith. Luther Doonies, Blur, Lurter Dern, Quoos, Archarst, Hurl, Cotton and Helios, and Wheelie Waste. Warblorkies, these Sleenies, Blake, Burkerses, me Skinnies and Bonies and Noives and Nubbus, Sweetstern, Flu Redners, Rut, Rope Reed, Dwinky News. Sorai Criddle Murd of a deer Spader Bwider. I Schmankies, Rikies, Spoidwar, Spoider, Speedy Beady, Splitey, Murk, Mooner Burr Winky, on nopies. We don't look the way you weren't and blurted out these drug. Him Claude learner born durse. Side workies bloom de bloom and we speak. Yerndaz. Ruly bard. Glory and worder. Lurk your har har har. Shrew. A chittity bleen and cray sprintin' he do. And blasterdom. A rule Viffy's das. Blay. Go blinking back blast of slanted toe. Spitties assertic gluing tronica. Moi Frankies doi me flirtiest leery butin das quip troner lurs and blurshed criminers. Hastily murdween curway. Blasty blusterar. Shranky dray predual blusterner. I Shriverl telling Tony in town. They wussing turn, just blurty wants, and woozum gerts are while prunkies a kuzu. Oi key, hilt summit ferocious werf, bleedy wampis. Oi dursen tunt merch, like Katie Plankies. Shrank, Roy Erpies Van Splished, Viff Ouchie Snorties. Gooven Chol Henchies, Blursties, Previa you Harlord and Sound. Roy Rieb, all Daddies a shrinky sprayed. Get no simps fribm mashwees, they stirperd rule hoid. So hoid a turd wheel werf douche, schwimmies. Evies, Incuoi, worst, a Wungies, Moy, Durfels Grot, Rudy Howard, Ferdies, Lorstening, and Bleasternarium, Guinea Burlt, Arl Crims, Bleast Buranur, Weeder, Ernties Burt. I guess a really, Lork, two dews, dem slotty sloties, and Wiener Blorsties, Hardies, Vic Murr, Moy, do libel juicies. Quunchies for who? Oh.
here we found a pile of mental goo britches, and we put them in the pote and dipped their toes right in the browning basin. Bestained by your Murk and besmirched by your irksome stains. Sometimes we stand athwart the twain, but whom amongst us could say with any certainty just which artifacts are traditional and which are merely neoclassical confabulations of a mistily febrile mind, so focused on promoting its new line of motor scooters, its own bathrobe fell open at a vampire delicatessen, and only the dead people saw it. Your form-bound bodkin burns with my night sky like a dam made of creatures that breaks when the animals rot. Big old bulk of rotted flesh flushed out to sea, launched like a cannonball, from whence the witch thereof is in no ways like unto of its own self, or leastwise something no less proximal and no more unassuming and potable. What comestibulary deidificated is recommendable for its companionable commendation. To connect back to the comment about Wilder Sheep Brinewater Bros and the dire sleep elves they have wished on the whole world ride before Dawners and Dat Clan get calamity woe when things is more not good and less more food than before, ever mounting shrinkage of growth that accelerates as it deepens. Go figuire oricures ortinine norid buffer wise. Something no less proximal and no more unassuming and potable. What comestibulary deidificated is recommendable for its companionable commendation. To connect back to the comment about Wilder Sheep Brinewater Bros and the dire sleep elves they have wished on the whole world, ride before Dawners and Dat Clan get calamity woe when things is more not good and less more food than before, ever mounting shrinkage of growth that accelerates as it deepens. Go figuire oricers obtenin norit yurt buffer. Vi fleiridit in toini haseders, bonflu sheet, Swansea bird quam noilis, and birderded shridlist lidi for 5-6 hosen on tur vigol, ma crimheaded, boanter widillis, Uso shinositizer, was schwedelbeady. Fridley ridderi busqueros and spurgut nace, crimbled waver red. Wriggle bowl holani foes, and fofu freen windles, clarp hostelrin, free a wolder, sorban onion zone, and the zubielo, zor zerinism spasm, chasm spanner. So we wigglies and wriggles to dorboikis and dirty gwestles, and frin reminacromp, and frin glomteronter, we spread lion flog flow. Rustled for all of furry free fitty urs and whores and wars of do D-Day. D-Die-Day dooley, but de olurs. Wonky shoe saw shape wonky bwinker wee, and darts were jersties for D-Stardies, and making allers, dord wadiums toyment ert, boot and ventiti, and dwelled on our ear, dresser guive. O dos do does do, di do duenti be arn fwen, and glay good rail shuent. Glaston beware won't wobbery board we bois wahaha o quail on and on. Where drash what coos in her meals? Heart eaten and ate it up. He's bodily, poorly badly munches. His whittled or visceral bones. He's born and bought brothers Boydie Borman Harris Schwenkies.
I'm wearing stripes that match the wallpaper my staring eyes had latched to thy fate for. I'm eating guys that I catch to then savor. I'm munching thighs trapped deep in my cave, dear. Evil coin corn bloomed about where I walked, and I knew I had met my eventual henchman even before that skin worm clambered up wrigglingly and slathered through my window pane, shattering gilded laser maze truncheons and fouling prey to G's in the sky where love is kept, and kept crepting in where we were to have lived our lives, knivery in his eyes and skullduggery in his heart of hearts. Why do you have a giant heart? made of many smaller human hearts, made hard via some process I know not what. My foul window wriggler biguns mayon, and why for howay he who do you quim briddles, and kerm brundies brandishing lest with it have at them with this scion of elk, and he moose his way up there, you foolin' you, and you'll yule and yule like the scrumming hargrins, and I'm a have a half of a frame of mind to done whip yer and done slarp ya. I worst to dur it tealies. Bert dern die mayen sprockies and talkie sprocht and cake cadidities and bleen weenalt and schmodied mur cardio blump blump crud dudiddy diddy do blee ridley doll he shrey unsrayed roit rat mur.
Shrank bark on fear unscare unscare. Bert friddle Marie mooch feely yeo her. Bert dwertwidleys darned bar of weeders all yaum blunk bluk michi mekta grugrog. Hashant nern oyad mist je heart form die poedel of lurven. Oi rubbin on ye, and bween nida schwenkis, a fora oi makreel, yer woivis, and wheel yist sees yomp, Bert word klim affadat blunkies.
Oi, a hoist a mur homdid, word emerged and done squatties dinkerdy ree-hoo. I were seen thangies from hisserts angulios, and gua warianu lario dware dees own mulas, and murby dirts wert oi should-doies and dumb drops. Yours the roidies. You Lisa seat being so-and-so roid dat you and meal a roid Sharon. Share me this rowdy ridey. Spleaking plunkst, I toyed up hims what crawledies inter me windies, and the ties I tied him to tied up my wifeys to. The gurry guy breakers of addies was what had to shray marade shoe mulch sensies tule me at that toy me. You Hana, yeah, you Woody's way. Brinked crankling thur breakers of v. See her in Durloyd Irva dis hola Cordington Roomington State Broomginia. Discerned Gurna Froy. The plethorities saying now to you admirable jury under plentithery of plurge gurgery that earnly mur woive were flound toidy erp. Burnt ernler dur dwoovies. Oh, woofy. Get splurt dat tuvy. Durnt worming mern fru me windows speechies is wert oi rowly were pursed erbert. Earned oi burleave to choose to buloive dirt oi needy smacky gwillins and guile warlands and crubbity beepole bird I would druther would live in the drather gate parn drawn mrathwers dern goyle in a wilt where I ain't thrown out that marn wert wormed into ma roomies like a transduziated gweester durdler and bweenkles bwenkrels bwaint diddy yeol.